Hi, this is Edith, Instructional Innovation Trainer at Klamath Community College, and in this video I'm going to go over Smart Art, how you can use it in your documents, spreadsheets, or presentations to create a more dynamic, engaging document or presentation. All Microsoft Office programs do have the Smart Art. Where you would find Smart Art is under Insert and Smart Art. When I click on that, I get this dialog box, and I can choose out of all of them what I would like to use. These are also the categories, or you can go online and try to find a different Smart Art that maybe has come out later since the last update of Microsoft. For this video, I am going to go ahead and use this one here. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in these fields. And as you see, as I was typing a word that was too long for the text box automatically formatted the font to fit in there. I may not like the color of this Smart Art, so what I can do is go up here and change the color. I have a whole selection of colors here. I can also change the style by going in here and looking at the different styles and just changing the way that it looks as well there. If you want to make any changes to the Smart Art, you have to make sure it is selected. Otherwise, you will lose the Design and Format tab of the Smart Art tools. Perhaps now I want to add an extra circle or extra text. I can go in here and click on the text pane and type in another option. Okay, so now you see it with that in it. And again, I may not like the color. I can actually come in here and go to Format, and I can actually change the color of the shape. I don't have to change the color of the whole chart. I can just change the color of the one shape if that's what I choose to do. If I don't want to use this type of chart or layout, I can come in here and I can just choose between the layouts that are available. There are more layouts available, and I can go in here and I can look and see which one I might want to use instead. And so what I can do is go in here and say, you know, I think I would prefer to have this, and I can just say okay, and that's what it will look like. And then again, I get those same options. Or I can reset the graphic and come back to what the original colors were. If I don't like the shape of this, I can go into Format and I can actually change the shape. Maybe I wanted a different shape because I want to identify it as something unusual. So I can change it to a different shape here. I can also make it larger or smaller. I can change the color. I can change the shape outline. I can change the weight of the outline. I can also change the way it looks. Perhaps I want it to glow. I want to have it glowing on the outside. And maybe I want to change the direction of it. So there's a lot of playing around that you can do in here and really make something very dynamic. And I can do the same with my text that I did with my shapes. I can change the color of the text. I can change the outline, and I can change the effects. The position is, where do I want this in my document? Maybe you want it at the very bottom corner and you want to just have all text up here, so you can do that there. Or I might want it in the middle and be able to write all the way around it as well. So you can also wrap your text. So you can have it in line with the text, so that just means that text would be writing above it and below it and next to it. Square is kind of above and below. It's just going to create a square around it. Tight will follow it all the way around, and that's not the shape that it's going to be following. It's actually the box that it's in. It's going to follow that. I can put it behind text, in front of text. I can edit wrap points. I can move it with the text. I can leave it as a fixed position on the page, and I can go in and do more layout options if I choose to do that as well. I can also move it in front of and behind other objects. So if I was to select this, I have to make sure that when I do select this that I have either option of in front of text, behind text. Because when I move it, it's going to bring it behind the text, but perhaps I want it brought in front of the text, but I want to use the blue as the background. So I can bring it forward, I can bring it to the front, or I can bring it in front of text, but I'm going to bring it to the front. And you can see how it comes in to the front. Now, if I had multiple layers, that's where the send backwards would be kind of nice. Maybe I have an opaque, or not an opaque shape, maybe I have a translucent shape that I want to put over the top of it. So I'll go ahead and pick this one here, and I'll change that. Okay, so then I can drag that in front of this, and then what I could do, maybe I'm going to send it backward. And you see it only goes one layer back. If you have some difficulties trying to get to the object that you're looking for, if you click on selection pane, it will give you the options here. So it would show me what diagram 4 is, what my oval is, and my rectangle. You can also rename these just so that it's easier for you to identify what they are, but this gives you the opportunity to select that item and then go into the tools that are available for that item and do what you want with it. So you have the options of everything here, anything that is not grayed out. I can also align the smart art. I can choose what direction I want it to be in. I can distribute it horizontally, so I'll put it exactly into the horizontal center of the page. I can distribute it vertically. That is the true center of the page. I can change the rotation if I wanted to rotate this. Actually works better with shapes. So if you look in here, you can see that if I rotate, I can rotate 90 degrees. I can flip it horizontal and vertical. I can also change the height and width of the smart art. If you want it to stay in aspect ratio, you would need to check this first and say okay. And so that when I am changing this, this will change as well. It doesn't change quite as fast, but you can see it changing. So that's basically the use of smart art. You can use it for all kinds of things, flow charts, diagrams, Venn diagrams, whatever you can find a use for. So if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to contact me. My email is warden@klamathcc.edu. My extension is 340, and you can find me on Skype for Business. I'd be more than glad to IM with you, chat with you, video conference with you, and share screens with you. Thank you and have a great day.